Welcome to the Robby Rowe Show. My name is Robby Rowland. I'll be your host this evening. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Now let's hear a soundbite from today's guest, Katz.
I played for Team Israel in the World Baseball Classic in 2017, and I knew the games were going to be on MLB Network. A lot of people were going to watch it. I figured I'd spice up my cleats a little bit. I had just some basic royal blue cleats, and I wanted to add a little flash to them.
Listening to Clear the Mechanism. The Robby Rowe Show. The Robby Rowe Show.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? You're listening to the Robby Rowe Show with your host, Robby Rowland. Hey, how'd you guys like that little podcast opener? I sounded like super professional, I felt like, and it was weird, but then I was like, yeah, let's roll with it. Anyways, special guest for you guys today. His name's Katz. For those of you who don't know him, maybe you know the company that he created in KD Custom Kicks. If you don't know, now you know. No, I'm just kidding. Go to your Instagram, go to the search bar, type in KD Custom Kicks, search, boom. Yeah, that dope account that you see up there, that's your boy Katz's account. Anyway, so cool story, man. I most of you know by now that I went and saw Jason Ferber in Queens when I was out there in New York. Sat down with him, had a podcast. Awesome time. Anyways, while I was out there, I got to meet Katz. Him and I had exchanged a few Instagram messages back and forth. Never had met the dude. I don't even think we played against each other. But if you want to check him out, go to his Instagram, Kitty El Gato, KITTYELGATO 12. You probably heard Jason Ferber in the last show, episode 53. Keep shouting him out. So if you guys were curious as far as what the heck he was saying, that's what he was saying. He was shouting Katz out. So Alex and I have a brief 25-minute conversation. We sat down let's hammer out a podcast. Let's go. So it was pretty cool hearing from him. He pitched in the World Baseball Classic in 2017. Obviously a huge event. Pitched well and is still currently playing within the Chicago White Sox organization. Lefty. So we got big news coming at you guys. KD Custom Kicks, Katz, Kitty El Gato, we are teaming up together to do a special giveaway. We're not really giving anything away, but if you enter the contest, which will be seen on Instagram the day that this episode is released. So the day this episode is released is January 21st. Okay, if you're listening to it on January 22nd, 23rd, whatever, the contest starts on the 21st. These are the details. I'm going to make a post on my Instagram account. Not a post regarding this episode, but a post regarding a contest in which you can enter by following me, Robby Rowe 12, Katz, Kitty El Gato 12, and KD Custom Kicks, all on Instagram. Follow us three. Then go to the post in which I will post on my Instagram. It will be a video of me basically highlighting the contest, what you guys will get if you win, blah, blah, blah. Go to that post, double click it, which means like. Go to the comments and tag a friend. There are no restrictions as far as how many tags you want to do. Each tag is a new entry. Unlimited tags. Tag as many people as you want. That contest will air until that Friday. So, January 25th, the contest will end. Katz and I will pick a winner. The winner. You guys will send in a pair of sneakers, cleats, slippers, whatever you want, to the KD Custom Kicks warehouse. They will do a custom design of your choice. So you basically send in, say, hey, this is what I want. If you can do that, this, that. You basically have a design in your head, visualize it, send it over in a text, and then bring it to life. And then he'll send that back to you, and you'll get your favorite pair of kicks with a super dope design, just like that, all for entering a contest. Again, the dates of this podcast. This is going to be airing January 21st, 2019. The contest will start January 21st, 2019. The contest will end January 25th, 2019. So as many times as you want. Every tagging a friend is a new entry to the contest. Okay. If you guys don't get that, the post that I make on my Instagram, RobbyRow12, will include all of the other further details and laid out in a text, so it's probably easier for you to check that out if you want. But without further ado, here is Alex Katz, Kitty El Gato, creator of KD Custom Kicks. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, we're live. So this is the first time I've ever done back-to-back podcast.
Wow.
So I'll air this one right after the Ferber one. So we'll segue.
You post on a weekly basis?
Yeah, I do a Monday, Thursday, Johnny. So I'll go him on like a Monday, then you on a Thursday. Tough guy to follow, but
sounds good.
So I'm here with Alex Katz. Alex, we just met each other, dude. So
yeah.
Guys, you guys are good. They're open, so I'll be back by like 4 o'clock.
Are we cool to chill here though a little bit?
You guys are good.
All right.
Hey, good seeing you.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, if I don't catch you,
no, well, I'll see you around. I'll see you around.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you.
Should we start over?
No, that's fine. I'll just edit it out, or we'll just leave it. Who cares?
All right.
So obviously we just met. We've been following each other on Instagram for a while.
For a while, at least a couple of years. I think.
So, dude, like, I don't know anything about you, which is the cool part. So, like, what's the backstory? Obviously, did you get drafted by Baltimore?
No, I went to St. John's over here, probably about 20 minutes from where we are right now in Queens.
But where are you from?
I'm from Long Island, so I live maybe 35 minutes from here.
Okay. So you went to St. John's.
Yeah, I went to St. John's, graduated, but I was drafted as a junior by the White Sox.
Drafted by the White Sox.
Played a few years with them. 2015, I got drafted. Got traded to the Orioles, played there for a little bit, and got released this past fall. And then I got offered the next day by the White Sox to come back.
No kidding?
So it all happened pretty quickly. So I'm back with the White Sox.
So the White Sox traded you.
Yep.
What trade was it?
It was for international money. They signed Luis Robert, Cuban prospect.
That's interesting how they do that.
Yeah.
Like they can do all that. At least you have a cool story.
Yeah. No,
if that guy makes it to the big leagues
hopefully we both make it to the big leagues, but he signed for a lot of money. He had like the second biggest international signing most ever.
Really?
So they needed some international money so they didn't have to pay all those luxury taxes. So I was part of that trade.
Understand all of that anyways.
Yeah, it's pretty complicated.
Okay, so you go from Chicago to Baltimore. What was that like being traded?
It came out of nowhere. Right? Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
What time of the year was it when you got traded?
It was May, so I only had about 6 weeks into the. It was 6 weeks into the season.
Where were you at?
I was in Lowe, Kannapolis.
Oh, dude, I can't stand that place.
Yeah.
So, like,
they're getting a new stadium.
Are they?
Next year, I think. Yeah. But high A, double A, triple A.
You're out?
Are awesome ballparks.
Appreciate you everything, man.
Hey, good seeing you. Yep. We'll be in touch.
All right, man. Thanks for everything. So then you get traded, and then where do they put you?
Then I go right to high A. So I go to Frederick Keys, Carolina League.
So you're pumped.
With the Orioles, yeah.
At that time, you're pumped.
Yeah. No. It's definitely good to move up a level. You know, no matter what it takes, whether it's a trade or just getting promoted. Either way, you're getting moved up a level.
What we didn't even tell our audience, like, you're a pitcher.
Yeah, lefty pitcher. Are you a starter? Relief pitcher.
Reliever?
Lefty relief pitcher.
Were you a reliever at St. John's too?
I did both. I was a starter and reliever. I like pitching multiple times a week. I like not knowing when I'm going to go in the game. You know.
Yeah.
You're a relief pitcher also, right? You know.
I do it all. Yeah.
You do it all. You know that feeling. Obviously, guys have their preference. Some guys like knowing when they're going to pitch. I like the anticipation. I like being ready every single day. Yeah. You know, even if I don't get in, I like the the routines. Yeah. I'm a very routine based guy.
Sure. I feel like I've been like every type of person too. Like I've been the starter that's like so routine based, like is controlling all 5 days and doing everything. I've been the middle reliever guy. You're only going in if there's a jam or the starter can't get out of the fourth or whatever. I think the roles that I liked, dude, was the back end of the bullpen, like up every day, and you establish that kind of routine, day by day.
Absolutely.
knowing that any possible outcome happens, like you could be in the game. So you
Absolutely.
kind of set that stuff up.
And definitely at the higher levels of the minor leagues, AA, AAA, once your coaches start giving roles even in the bullpen, that becomes fun, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's different.
It's like more like baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
feel like lower level minor leagues, like everyone's just pitching to showcase.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be really fun to be in the bullpen and then each guy having a specific role. So you obviously have a routine, be ready to pitch every day, but you actually know what inning you're most likely going to be in.
Yeah. And I feel it's like a sense of importance too, right? Like when they deem you a role, like say you're like the eighth inning guy, you're the setup guy.
Especially if you earn it.
You have that like sense of like responsibility, like oh I've earned this, like let's go there, you know. So I think that's awesome. So what's this next year look like for you?
I don't have my reporting date yet, but I'll be in spring training in Glendale, Arizona. Definitely all of March, maybe a little bit of February.
Better in Sarasota?
They're both really nice spots. Sarasota, it's a nice complex. The Major League and minor league complexes are actually separate there, but it's a very nice town.
Yeah, I was with
right
the Pirates.
By the beach. Yeah.
I was with the Pirates.
Yes,
so
yes,
like
Bradenton's that area is very nice.
Yeah,
and obviously Glendale, Camelback Ranch has a beautiful complex. They share with the Dodgers, and the facilities are super close to each other.
Are those new?
They're fairly new.
The Dodgers
I think
one's
09,
like fairly new. Right?
09, I think it was built. Fairly new.
Right.
Most of them over there are in great shape.
Right.
Really new.
All right, dude. Like, so let's dive into your entrepreneurial side. Is it entrepreneurial? I never understand that word. Entrepreneurial.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know if there's an L in it. Anyways.
Yeah. So we'll look it up later.
Yeah. So KD Custom Kicks. That's it, right?
Yep.
Shout them out on Instagram. How can we find them on Instagram?
It's at KD Custom Kicks, and same thing on Twitter, Facebook, KD Custom Kicks. And KDCustomKicks.com. It's pretty simple.
Well, there you go. Kudos for you for making it so simple. What does that look like in the very beginning stages of that? Like, obviously, so what KD Custom Kicks is I was just introduced to it. I thought it was like you send your shoe in and you get cleats, but it's you send your cleats in and you completely...
Or sneakers. Any kind of footwear.
Any kind of footwear. I'm going to send you my slippers. Is that cool?
Let's do it.
So then you just completely redesign it, right?
Yeah, I mean, think of it as artwork or like a tattoo on a shoe. You basically can get any design as small or as large as you want.
Yeah.
And the possibilities are really endless. But as far as the company starting, I played for Team Israel in the World Baseball Classic in 2017. And I knew the games were going to be on MLB Network. A lot of people were going to watch it. And I figured I'd spice up my cleats a little bit. I had just some basic royal blue cleats, and I wanted to add a little flash to them because I knew we had some silver, gray in our uniforms.
Get them crispy.
Yeah, make them crispy. Shout out Coach Ferber. He shouted me out. I got to shout him out.
He doesn't need shout-outs, man.
Yeah, he doesn't need shout-outs. He has enough followers. But my friend Anthony is a big sneaker collector, and he customized some shoes just for fun on his own. And I knew he had some background with it, and I bought some royal blue paint, some silver paint, some gray paint, and went over his house one day. We spent a couple hours just playing around with the cleats, and they came out pretty good considering it was really our first time ever working on cleats. And I jokingly said, let's start our own Instagram account. I bet I'll get a bunch of my friends to follow it, and then maybe we could get some orders out of it. So it started as a joke, and then within a couple of weeks, we were making cleats for Aaron Judge and Robert Refsnyder. So we got two big-time New York Yankees or
did they use them in games?
Players. Yeah, they use them. I'm not sure if Aaron Judge used them, but I know he definitely got them because we actually hand-delivered to them during the All-Star break.
So it's spray paint?
It is, some of it's hand-painted, some of it's airbrushed, but it's a special acrylic paint which is flexible because regular paint will crack.
Right.
This paint is very flexible and very durable.
How long does it take per shoe? Obviously, it depends on like what you want.
Obviously, it depends on the design, but it's a long process.
It's got to be.
All shoes are sealed with a factory sealant, so you have to take the sealant off with acetone and prep the shoes. The prepping of the shoe could take 45 minutes just to acetone and tape it up.
What's the favorite one that you've seen?
We made cleats for David Wright's last game, and he wore those. So the cleats that he hung up were actually our cleats that we made for him, and we made two pairs for him. the ones that he wore is one of my favorites of all time that we've ever made.
Was it a Captain America?
Captain America, Team USA, and Mets themed. So it was like a yin yang. So left shoe was Captain America, I believe, and the right shoe was like New York Mets. A lot of his accomplishments throughout
That's
the year.
so crazy that you guys did that.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Where? So for my audience that are listening, that are obviously intrigued, like what are the steps that they take for them to get some KD custom kicks?
It all depends. On our Instagram, we have a lot of big leaguers and a lot of pro guys following us.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we deal with the players directly, either through communicating through the phone or direct messages on Instagram.
Yeah.
We have a lot of connections with agencies. So
Really?
sometimes we don't actually deal with the players themselves. Sometimes we deal with the agents.
Sure.
So in David Wright's case, we work with his agency
Yeah.
a bunch of times, and David Wright has the same agent as some of the other guys we worked with in the past.
Right.
So it all worked out. We got in touch with his agent.
Right.
Within a couple hours, he said he spoke to David and he wanted 2 pairs made.
That's definitely like the way to go, dude. Like go the agency route.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
handling
one
it
agency
all.
could have 30, 40 guys. So, you could deal with 5 agencies and have hundreds of players right there.
You just go right to the source, man.
Exactly.
And then you get a good reps with the agents, dude. And then they're like pushing that onto their players. Like, yo, if you want to be satisfied, like we got this, right?
100%, and that's like a good recruiting standpoint
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
agent's part.
It's marketing, man.
Yeah,
I love that stuff.
They buy customs for their players, just like colleges. We're working with a bunch of colleges now.
Right.
We're making customs for the whole St. John's basketball team.
Is that what you just had in the box?
No, not those. They're an Under Armour school right now, so we're making Under Armour shoes. So
you'll have to send me like some pictures of some shoes. I'll throw them up in the
absolutely
in the show notes.
Our Instagram page is every single shoe that we've done.
Every single one. How many have you done to this point?
I got to check our Instagram page. I think it's between 400 and 500 pairs.
No way.
We have 500.
So you're targeting all athletes. It's not just baseball.
Yeah, not just baseball. We work with a bunch of NFL guys.
Yeah.
We work with little leaguers, middle schoolers, high schoolers.
Yeah.
So, at first we were doing mostly minor league, major league guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, word of mouth. I play professional ball, so obviously I get my teammates and my friends to
Is that the best
order.
conversion rate for you? Is like just getting your teammates and stuff?
Yeah, that's obviously easiest.
Yeah.
And then they have friends who play in other organizations, and they have friends who play.
Where'd you get those cleats?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about swag too.
Exactly.
So it's like.
And one little secret, a good marketing strategy that we've taken is we give a discount to a lot of the pro guys, or all the pro guys, and part of that discount they have to post the story or a picture of the shoes. So now all their followers see it.
Oh yeah,
so,
absolutely, free marketing.
Exactly. So we have almost 30,000 followers in 2 years.
Yeah.
We're growing fairly quickly, but
you said what, 780-something% growth?
870% growth rate.
I just got the two numbers mixed.
Yeah. No, we're growing.
Have you gotten any like NBA guys?
We've worked with a couple guys. There's a bunch of NBA guys that follow us.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to get NBA players because a lot of those guys already get like pretty custom or player exclusive PE stuff from their sneaker deals. Those guys have huge contracts.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the highest, maybe the big leaguer or the MLB player with the biggest cleat deal, like a New Balance or like a Nike, maybe like Mike Trout or Lindor with New Balance. That's their deals. Their apparel deals are not even close to what the average NBA guy gets.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't get the amount of custom stuff that the NBA basketball players.
What is the typical request? Like I know it's going to vary per team, per individual.
Yeah, a lot of guys like to have flags from the country that they're from. So let's just say someone's from Dominican Republic. A lot of those guys like flags. Obviously numbers, clean. A lot of guys like pretty clean designs.
Yeah.
Like some guys like paint splatter. Skylines are pretty popular. So maybe a guy from Chicago wants a Chicago skyline. That's pretty common.
Like I got you. Like a symbol.
Yeah, symbols. Just things representing their family.
Yeah.
A lot of guys like to commemorate their family. Obviously, to make it as a ball player, you have to have a lot of people supporting you.
Yeah.
Whether it's a friend, family, someone who you're close with.
So you've done majority baseball players?
Yeah, majority baseball. We're trying to get into more sports. We obviously did a bunch of NFL guys this year.
Yeah.
We haven't really done much lacrosse. not much soccer. But we're actually trying to get into ice hockey now.
Really?
It's hard to get into.
Swaggy, like ice hockey.
Yeah, I mean, custom ice skates come out pretty clean, but nobody's really ever done it in NHL. So we're trying to bridge that gap right now.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
Yeah,
How would you go about doing that?
We have a few NHL guys following us on Instagram.
Yeah, did you just try to collaborate with them, or what?
Yeah, I mean, a bunch have reached out to get custom sneakers.
Yeah.
We need to try to convince them to get skates. A lot of them said they want to get, but they need to check with the NHL and make sure they don't get fined, because you know what, you don't want to get hit with a fine after a game and that fine be like $30,000 or something,
It's
something
expensive
ridiculous.
cleat, man.
Exactly, that'd be expensive skates. Yeah,
That's funny.
so they have to get the okay from the league before we do that.
so much freaking technical stuff.
Speaking about that, we deal with MLB, the commissioner's office.
You have to, right?
Yeah, we deal with them, and they actually changed the rules up. So there's more freedom for guys to wear custom cleats now, but it's all regulated by MLB. So technically we're an official MLB customizer now, but we have to submit the designs to the commissioner's office, then to the team, so you have to get a double okay for the players to wear it.
Well, I know, because a lot of teams have those rules.
Yeah, there's a lot, because the league has their own rules as far as colors and designs. And then each team, like the Yankees, are probably the most strict. They want a certain amount of black or navy blue.
Well, I remember when I was with the Pirates, it was like we could only have black, like 95% black, and a certain percent this.
But luckily, the game is changing. Like we all know, technology is culture, everything in general.
Yeah, make it fun again.
Yeah, exactly. Make baseball fun again. Luckily, teams are starting to become less strict.
Right.
You know, whether it's what players wear or stuff like that.
It's like what do the fans want to see when they turn on?
Yeah, like Players Weekend. You know, Players Weekend where the guys have their nicknames.
Yeah.
That's been a huge weekend for us because guys want almost everyone wants custom cleats. Because there really are no rules for that weekend.
And then they go to their agency, and their agency's like, "Yo, KD Custom Kicks."
Exactly.
They got that good.
That's where that word of mouth comes into play.
Yeah. So, what cleats are you rocking?
So with the White Sox, I can't get too fancy. Obviously,
is it like 80% black?
Well, yeah, they have to be mostly black, but luckily, it is artwork. So it really doesn't matter what color it is. We can still do some pretty cool designs using black and white and maybe a little bit gray and silver.
Yeah.
So
you're a walk-in free marketer.
Yeah. I mean, luckily I don't have to pay for my own customs.
Yeah.
I'd be broke right now with all the customs that I asked my business partner to make up for me.
What's that process like? Like, so someone hits you up. They say, "Hey, I want these specific things," and do you charge per what design? Does it vary per price, or is it a flat rate?
Yeah, we try to be affordable. There are some customizers that their starting price is at $400 or $500.
Sure.
Our starting price is at $50.
Yeah.
So I think that's helped us grow fairly quickly because we try to make it affordable for everybody.
Yeah. And then you just add you just add on.
Yeah, depending on the design. So the price range is really limitless because what if someone wants something crazy detailed?
Right.
Think about commissioning, a painting or getting a tattoo.
Yeah, there's got to be like a manual labor fee too.
Exactly, you're paying for the labor because the paint is only a few dollars. The paint is not expensive.
Okay, that's another question.
It's not like anyone off the street can just try it on their shoe. We've had guys say that they tried but they failed.
Yeah.
And shoes aren't cheap these days, so you don't want to be playing around with your $250 Jordans and mess them up and they're garbage. Which is why they let the professionals handle it.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's not that easy.
So it started in 2017, and you're at 30,000 followers now?
We're almost at 30,000. Hopefully by the time this podcast is released.
No way, dude. That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations on everything, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And my baseball career and this business go hand in hand, so I'm definitely trying to.
That's the same thing with me.
Yeah.
Right? Like
this and your career, they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Obviously, the farther that both grow, they go hand in hand with each other, so they help each other.
Like, I mean, just shoot, man. Like, just opportunities that present itself like this. Like, we would have never met each other in any other circumstance than rather me coming out here.
Absolutely.
For my baseball career.
Yeah, I mean, I just happened to stop by to say hi to Coach Ferber.
Yeah.
And you were in the building. We knew. It's like we were shaking hands, introducing each other, saying hi to each other. But we've known known of each other for a while.
And Jason said that too. It's like that's the beauty of Instagram is that connectivity that it allows.
Yeah.
You know, like we literally would have never known each other if like not for Instagram.
Absolutely.
It's like, oh, hey, what's up, dude?
Social
I didn't
media-
know. Like after I've had conversations with you though,
Yeah.
and I never knew that you're KD Custom Kicks. You're the guy.
Yeah, we didn't really show any face on KD Custom Kicks until this past year.
Is that strategic? Like,
No, just no specific reason.
yeah.
I mean, I do most of the social media stuff. Anthony's mostly doing the labor
Right.
aspect. You know, I obviously promote it on my page, but
Your personal page?
yeah, on my personal
What's
page.
your personal page?
Kitty Elgato 12.
Oh, okay.
So my personal Instagram. I would shout out KD Custom Kicks a lot, but I would never say, oh, co-founder or my business or anything like that.
No reason?
Not really a specific reason.
Yeah.
But maybe I just wanted to see how I could grow it without actually making it seem like it's my company.
I guess.
Like see the loyalty of my followers, or just see like how powerful social media is before I actually tell people that I'm part of it. And obviously, not all my followers saw it until we happened to get on MLB Network Hot Stove a few weeks ago.
You guys did?
Yeah, we got
Was it you?
Anthony and I were both on it, so that was pretty sweet.
How'd that go? Like, what was it?
Just networking, meeting the right people, and we got invited to be on the show. It happened pretty quickly.
Did you have to go somewhere?
Yeah, we went to the studios in New Jersey, Secaucus, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Not too far from here.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet studio. We were expecting just to go on a tour of the studio, and then the day before, when we confirmed the time to go to the studio, we got invited to be on the show. So that was pretty sweet.
How long did the segment last? I'll have to link that in the show notes.
The show was, I think, 30 or 60 minutes. It was 9 a.m. and then repeated at 11. And we were on the show for almost 7 full minutes.
What did you talk about?
Well, they introduced me as ball player, and then my friend Anthony as being the brains, I guess, behind it.
Oh, no.
I know.
You guys broke up.
I know. We're both the brains behind the business. But we talked mostly about kicks and just how the company started up.
Yeah. Basically, who like reaches out to you and stuff like that.
And
like what ball players are you?
They put on the screen a bunch of the kicks that we made for big leaguers, like some of the well-known
dope.
guys, like David Wright's cleats and a few other cleats.
Yeah, name off some other guys that like you've.
Yeah, we made some other big name guys. We made cleats for Adam Jones.
Okay.
For Players Weekend, Walker Buehler.
Okay.
Who else? Christian Vasquez. We made for
no kidding.
For the playoffs.
Yeah. And they
I'll have to look through the page. I don't want to forget anybody. We definitely work with a bunch of guys.
They just box up cleats and they send them to you, or does like the agency send them right to you?
With David Wright's, I know the equipment manager for the Mets overnighted a couple pairs from Citi Field.
Yeah.
I guess in the big leagues, the equipment managers keep like the extra bats, gloves, cleats in like a special storage unit.
Yeah.
And he was in charge of setting them out.
Yeah.
Some players send them out on their own, and honestly, sometimes we provide the cleats because sometimes it's last minute. For a guy in the Phillies, a couple guys on the Phillies, they were playing in the Little League World Classic, the Little League Classic.
Oh yeah, I remember
in
that.
Williamsport.
Yeah, in Williamsport.
And we got hit up by one of their agents like a day before the event.
Yeah.
And Anthony went to like 20 different sporting goods stores trying to find the right cleats for him, bought them, spent like 10 hours, stayed up all night painting them, and they got overnighted to New Jersey and then driven to Pennsylvania. So it was pretty crazy.
That's hashtag big league right there,
Yeah,
dude.
no, that was crazy. That was probably the craziest order that we've ever gone.
We should do like a collaboration between us.
Yeah, no, for
Do
sure.
like a you get to 30K, I get to whatever my next thing is, and then after that we'll do like a free custom design.
Yeah, no, that'd be sweet.
We'll just have like
we haven't really done too much advertising, but most of it has been collabs with other
that's the way to go.
other
man.
businesses or other Instagram profiles. It definitely it's a win-win for both sides, especially if both sides have a good amount of followers.
Totally, yeah. Well, we'll talk more about that
Absolutely.
after the show. But
We'll talk off the mic about that.
hey, man, I got to roll, dude. But I appreciate your time for coming on. Obviously, been great getting to know you, getting to hear your backstory. That's freaking awesome. Keep doing big things. And I think you've already shouted out where everyone can find you, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
You got like a Twitter or anything?
Yeah, so Kitty Elgato 12 is my personal Twitter and Instagram,
Okay.
and then Katie Custom Kicks
Okay.
is
So it's literally Katie Custom Kicks
just
for
Katie
everything.
Custom Kicks.
All right, I'll make sure to link that as
So
well.
thank you, I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
dog. All right, Alex, appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right, dudes. Well, I know probably not a lot of you like listen to the very end of my show, but I'm going to challenge you. For those of you who do listen to the end of the show, I have a challenge. Go to your podcast app. You're on your podcast app. You're listening to my show. When I'm done speaking, go to your podcast app. If it's Apple Podcast, go to the bottom right where it says search. You'll click that search bar. You'll type in The Robby Rowe Show. Hit search. My show will come up. Click it. And then you'll see recent episodes, ratings, 2018, 2019. You scroll down, and then you'll see it, ratings and reviews. Well, you have an option to click amount of stars. I encourage you to click 5, but it doesn't matter. It does matter. I lied. Go ahead and give me a review. Click the stars. Scroll down a little bit more. You'll see a tab that says write a review. I would highly, highly appreciate if you could leave me a positive review. The reason being is that the reviews go into an algorithm that the more you get, the more written reviews you get, it increases the show's awareness to other people that listen to podcasts. So the whole foundation for why this started was to supply the individuals that seek out quality content, quality information, knowledge, just to supply them with as much as I can provide. So by you leaving me a review, you could potentially have someone see my show that maybe wouldn't have seen it, and then therefore get some information, a guest, maybe from me. Doesn't matter. If they get the information, they utilize it, then they can be a better individual. So I challenge you guys with that. I appreciate you if you do. If you want, go ahead and screenshot that you did it. Send it in my Instagram DM, and I'll share it on my story. So appreciate y'all. Love y'all. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day.